This poor, desperate man has a name. Edmund Babionis. Officer Edmund Babionis. And according to Cal Salaries here, Edmund Babionis was making approximately $124,614 in total compensation as of 2016 figures, and no doubt he's making more now. At least he did up until August 9th, 2023, and we'll get to that in a second. It says total compensation, $90,134 was received as salary, $13,329 was received as overtime pay, $13,559 was received as benefits, and $7,591 came from other types of compensation. But guess what? That wasn't enough for Officer Babionis. 124,000 tax cattle dollars just wasn't enough. Apparently, he was into stealing people's debit cards who came into the Los Angeles Police Department for help.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Let's take a listen, shall we? And remember, this is just another case of
a few bad apples.
If it was a scripted drama like Law and Order, you might say this could never happen. But this is real life. Meet Lena Ritz. She did what the LAPD wouldn't do. That is until they saw the evidence she gathered. And wait until you hear who the suspect is.
I was fired up because I don't like injustice.
Lena Ritz's troubles started on July 16th, although she wouldn't know the extent of them until later. On that Sunday, she went to the LAPD detention center in downtown LA to bail out a relative on an unrelated charge. A couple of days later, she was going through this phone case where she keeps her credit cards when she noticed something wrong. Her debit card was missing. She discovered someone was using her debit card to buy expensive items. She went into overdrive.
So I logged on to my online bank account and I noticed a very large transaction at a furniture store. And I thought, this is very weird.
Lena called her bank customer service representative.
How much do you want to bet that Lena is not making $124,000 every single year? But watch this little bit of investigative journalism that she did that even this mainstream outlet said that the LAPD wouldn't do.
Over and over again. But she says she got no assurances that Citibank would cover her losses or even investigate. In fact, they pointed an accusatory finger at her, saying that she must have made the charges because a debit card requires a PIN.
Had to have been you, Lena. Hey, hide Edmund over there in the back. Tell him not to take any more debit cards or credit cards. Lena, we know you're guilty.
We know it's you.
They referred her to local police. Lena says she tried reaching the LAPD a dozen times. Again, no interest in helping her.
When the detectives wouldn't do anything, I thought to myself, where do I go from here?
So Lena turned relentless investigator. She went to every store where her card was used. She tracked down receipts.
And all the while, you have dozens of cops out there flooding donut shops, sitting on the side of the road with their radar detectors, ready to catch somebody else that they can economically terrorize. While a member of the public who needed help, not only did they not help him, it looks like, I don't know, but it looks like they're trying to cover for old Edmund over there. We got to preserve his $124,000 salary while Lena is out there doing the footwork, checking cameras, going to stores, reviewing her documents, and trying to find out who this guy is.
Dates and times. She begged, cajoled, and convinced some of the stores to give her the security.
Look at him sitting there using her card. What kind of conscience or lack thereof do you have to know that somebody else is footing the bill for your shopping spree?
Of her card being used by the suspect.
Home Depot was very helpful. They sent me clips of him using it and I asked for it to be time-stamped. There's a security team at IKEA and they've got great cameras that followed the man around and saw him not only using my card.
Weeks had passed. Thousands of dollars had been charged to her missing card. And no break. But then Lena enlarged the suspect photo. And finally, it hit her like a ton of bricks. Remember?
Let's see. I think I'll take this and Lena will pay for it. And I'll take this. Oh, I need some air filters. Hey, why don't I get some 4x4s? Hey, I'm going to start a building project. and Lena will foot the bill for all of it.
But when we told you she had to go downtown to bail out a relative, the suspect, the guy on the store surveillance video, looked exactly like the friendly cop who handled her intake that emotional day at the detention center.
I put it together and I said, this actually looks a lot like the police officer that took my stuff through security that I met at the Metropolitan Detention Center.
We're from the government, and we're here to help ourselves to your stuff.
Not only did Lena have photos of the suspect, Officer Edmund Bababians, she had a photo of the suspect's car and a partial plate. Suddenly, the LAPD was urgently calling her.
I wonder why. Hey, don't go to the press with this. We'll just kind of keep this in-house. We'll make sure we investigate ourselves, and we'll make sure the proper avenues of justice are followed. What a bunch of corrupt psychopaths.
Gosh, I remember the moment that they confirmed that it was him. I was a mix of emotions, to be honest. A part of me felt elated, also relieved, because I thought that meant, okay, I'm getting my money back and justice is going to be served.
Well, as far as Lena's bank, Citibank emailed me today and said that they are investigating the matter. Lena says almost $2,000 was debited from her account. As of tonight, that money has not been returned yet, but she certainly got their attention, Christina.
Yeah, she got their attention because it makes them look bad. And when you go to the public with things that make you look bad, well, you'll get the attention of the cops, because if there's anything they want to preserve, it's the fact that they're the heroes, and we need to make sure we weed out all the bad apples. So if you have information, we're not going to do anything about it. But if you go public with the information and you start making us look bad to the general public, well, we're just going to have to do something. As a little follow-up, it says the officer was identified as Edmund Bababians, who was recognized by authorities through photographs of the officer making purchases with the woman's debit card at a home improvement store. How stupid do you have to be knowing that you're in 2023, there's cameras overhead, there's cameras all around, and you're going to be holding this person's debit card, and somehow he got the PIN number, and you're going to put it in the machine, and they're going to be taking photographs of you all the way around. You're making $124,000 a year, and you're supposed to be a cop with all this education on how to apprehend criminals. And then when you start acting like a criminal, you don't have enough noodle space up in the old cranial structure here to realize, hey, maybe I should do something a little bit more covert instead of just openly using this person's debit card. The allegations, this is from Chief Michelle Moore. The allegations of an officer breaking public trust are extremely troubling, and there must be accountability. This guy was booked in LAPD's Valley Jail section, where he was later released. He was relieved of his police powers and was assigned home pending the outcome of LAPD's internal investigation. This Mayor Karen Bass commented, "Our police officers must be held accountable to the highest standard. I want to acknowledge and thank Chief Moore and LAPD leadership for swiftly taking actions on this matter." It wasn't swift. She called and they wouldn't help her. And according to this mainstream outlet, they made a choice not to help her. But then this lady does her own investigation, the very thing that they're paid to do, and then she uncovers a little tidbit of information, and maybe when she went public on it, the LAPD got a little nervous about it. The integrity of our police department is of the utmost importance, and we must continue to act with transparency and accountability to build trust with all the people in Los Angeles. Testifying to the fact yet again that cameras don't lie, but cops who make $124,000 a year do. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you haven't done so already, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Remember, the price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance. And indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. Why don't we stop securing our own oppression and let's start today? I will see you in the next video.